What the hell is this place anyway?
Alright, figure we'd start with Louise Senpai this time. Give Taru-chan a chance to rest, although we will say hi. Oh, hi, Taru-sama. He's like, a damn weeb. Keeps coming by here and bothering me. I guess let's make a break out of here. We could restore the power in the basement, and that would open that door to the lower East Hall, but there's not really any reason to now, and it would make more enemies appear, and we'd have to run away from a bunch of scary fox dogs. Foxhound would be on us, son. Hopefully it's after Solid Snake retired, so that way we ain't got to worry about him. Just that other crowd. The Psychic Man. The Sniper Wolf. You know, that crowd. Revolver, Ocelot, as portrayed by Revolver Ocelot. Shaska or something they call him, don't they? Either that or that's like a brand of soda in Russia. So they're both acceptable answers. You're like, they're not. They're not, Uncle Tidfay. Well, maybe not to you. Not with that attitude. Man, can't have nothing. Does anyone remember how to do this puzzle that isn't me? You're like, yeah, I think so, Uncle Tip. I think there's plenty of people that aren't you that can remember how to do this puzzle. This is where they get you every time. And then you have to do it like that. Right? No, yes. How could it be this complicated? I can't believe this is how the episode starts. Yeah, it can't be like that, because that's too sensible. That's far too sensible. Shinji Mikami wouldn't allow something that sensible in his video game. At least not when I'm playing it. How have I completely forgotten how to do this very simple puzzle in a children's video game? Son, if Maximilian Pegasus was here, he'd have some kid in the audience. Okay, it's this, right? Yeah, there you go. That's it's genuinely embarrassing, son. I know we have a lot of snacks here on the Tenfei channel, but that one was a genuine embarrassment. I guarantee. Maybe Ben Botticelli has something real good in here other than his famous pot of chili. I mean, I like saving my game. So, thank you, Ben. Okay. Maybe there's nothing bad on this side. Just one crawling zombie, my favorite. He's like, this is it, my chance to shine. Oh no, I'm a huge fucking loser. Flashbang justice! Of course you couldn't pop before the damn liquor hit me, because you can't have anything good in this blighted fucking earth. There's too much happening, everybody's cheating. The opening of this episode was a waking nightmare. Ha ha ha, idiots. Alright, Ada, come save me from Mr. X, who was secretly hiding inside the walls the whole time. The whole time. Man, this is not a good intro to the next episode. Oh, I forgot I have to do things. I was right beside it too. It's so embarrassing. We're gonna have to go down there and visit the item box. Ain't no way around it. Yeah, I think I got cheated right then. If the sensible thing to do would have been to throw a frag grenade, because it probably would have knocked down the Gangle Man and humbled that liquor and dog long enough that we could have ran out of there. But tit for tat, as they say. I don't need any of this because there's no enemies until we have to deal with the alligator. So I guess let's just bring things that comfort us, like full HP. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything too major. No. Okay. Responsibility. That's what we're going to bring to this, the third part. Can't believe we're on the third episode and I'm not even in the sewers yet, man. I blame, other than, you know, my award-winning gameplay, I blame the, where the large gear was on that table, and of course it had to have a G-mutant and 900 zombies and dogs hung all over it. Had a lot on me is what I'm trying to say. Let me guess, Ben shit the bed. Imagine that.
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, no. Ben doesn't know how to play a damn RE2 randomizer.
More info on the people responsible.
Not even Ada Wong could properly coach me. You're welcome, Namsku. You're welcome. Look, the road was fake.
Out.
You think?
Going through that gun shop looks like the only way.
You just want to go to the gun store, son. You got birthday money burning a hole in your pocket. Gonna get you a Luger. And get it autographed by Lex Luger, I'd like to imagine.
What a mess.
It is. And also this shop's fairly messed up too. I thought she was just speaking on the state of the playthrough. Oh, the Magnum that I believe with 100% certainty is down there in the King and Queen plug chamber.
Heard of the Umbrella Corporation?
Make sure nothing spawned over here.
Pharmaceutical company secretly making bioweapons. They have a virus. It turns people into indestructible monsters.
That explains the horrible things I've seen.
Yep, just people. Humans only, not lizards. Reptiles, that's what he says in the elevator. He says reptiles. He wants to sound smart.
She's the one at Umbrella responsible for unleashing the virus. I'm going to bring her down. This is how we get to an end.
Based on what you've said, the sewer seems fitting.
Well said. After
What a nice cinematic moment.
Thanks.
And not me just getting hung on a wall because I was trying to run Crash Bandicoot
Can't
style.
imagine a real scientist being down here.
According to HQ, this leads right into Umbrella's secret facility.
Come on. Sewers are run by the city. How could they have a facility without the authorities knowing?
Welcome to corporate America. Umbrella's controlled Raccoon City for years.
Just make sure they didn't add any bonus items.
Jesus! That an earthquake?
I sure as hell hope so.
What the hell?
It's down here.
All right. I'm guessing they only put items in the spots where there were items in the original in this area as well, which I would appreciate. We just need the one handgun bullet to deal with the alligator, who we'll see later. The crocodile we'll see after a while, obviously. That's a nice thing to find.
Again?
It's not too late to turn back, Leon.
No chance. You're stuck with me to the end. Holy shit!
His final attack, son.
Chew on that, you overgrown son of a bitch.
Once again, just like Rondo Blood, he can hit you for non-lethal damage. Oh, look at all this nice stuff they gave me here. Ada, can you get me out of this doo-doo water, please?
Leon, up here.
What the hell was...
Just get up here.
Why wouldn't this ladder just not be a permanent ladder? Other than for this cinematic moment.
Can't say I didn't warn you.
You said the virus turned people into monsters. not reptiles.
Fair point. I'm just impressed you made it in one piece.
All right, I'm going to get right in Ada's corner and see how good a job she does at forcing her way in here, son. The Final Fantasy VIII boss music will start playing. She'll force her way so good. Look at this, son. You're lucky I'm not a man with a machine gun.
So let me get this straight. Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military? Somebody else's?
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. Scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous.
What flawless lip sync, son. If only Freakazoid was here to point it out. Okay, we need to do truncated Ada Wong segment.
You can run, Annette, but you can't hide.
Just seeing what everybody get us up to out here. I was just kind of curious, is all. There's a lot of area back here that you don't really use. Power not on? What the hell? There we go. I thought I found the back rooms for a second. And blinded by the light. Ada was lit up like a douche. Speaking of lit up like a douche, Leon Scott Kennedy. This joke written by Annette Birkin, we'll say.
Where are you?
Okay, what do you think the chances are that the sewers aren't terrible? That they aren't terrible. Probably not very high. We should definitely save right here, because we know Shinji Mikami's ghost. Alright, let's just bring a lot of good stuff. The success to having a good time is having good stuff. Can't imagine there's any, like, precinct locked doors down here. So, we shouldn't have to bring any of these damn other key. Well, there's this key. Which I guess we'll bring. For fun and flavor. Are we going to need this many knives? No. That was my first mistake. And, I mean, what are the odds we're going to find handgun ammo? There we go. Responsible. A sploosh. Good stuff already. In fact, just what we needed, some would say. Some Italian paisanos might say. Alright, we need to be more observant of what could be in the water, including dead people that want to eat us. Carnivorous dead people, are you in the water? You have to tell me. They're like, well, we kind of are, if you listen to our god-awful noises. If only we had the T-valve handle already. Talk about being spoiled. I don't like that there can be crawling zombies that we're not allowed to see. I guess this is supposed to test our audio capabilities. Excuse me, water dogs? Are there seals down here? Oh, that's the crowd up on the ledge reacting to the sound of us running around. Not at the speed of sound, though, son. If Leon had to escape that gigantic gun truck from Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know if he'd be able to do it quite as easily as Sonic. Ain't you adorable? Can we cut you? Will it cut? Leon Kennedy's answer to will it blend. Dogs are fairly weak to the knife, I found. It's just that real scrambly. Luckily, they're not Nambly and Pambly, son. Luckily, it's not infected cougars. The worst gentleman's club. Ain't you crowd just lovely up here, hanging out around Hunks boys? Oh. Oh. You crowd just make a big fucking bunch of hate. This guy knows. Lunk. Lunk here knows. Hey. Look who made a special appearance. This guy. Okay. I'm gonna run. Cool. Nothing bad happened. Let's get behind you. And get to cutting. Somebody must have died in your arms tonight because I'm the cutting crew. I keep looking for something I can't get. Oh, I forgot. This isn't necessarily... Oh, no! The sewer key room. And because he grabbed me from behind, I'm not allowed to retaliate, son. He's just going to be outside that door hating. We don't have the T-valve handle, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, it won't actually let us activate the elevator until we push this shelf. Even if we get back there. Well, ain't you pretty just laying here on the floor? Damn, ain't I spoiled. Even if your name is incorrect. I'm going to celebrate by not picking up that terrible picture card. Hey, jackass. Look what I found. Look what I found. You earned it. He joined me in the parlor. Good times. Definitely not a waste of resources as I hobble my way through the sewers. I guess we should preemptively check up here. Let's look around and see what other items we could pick up before we go up there to the item box. Let's be efficient. We're responsible, respectable Magnum owners now, so we need to be more efficient. I hear a liquor I don't recall becoming acquainted with. Setting down here, setting down here. We're going to have to use grenade strats because of that bald head Fred. Because if we ran up there and just tried to cleave that licker's asshole in twain, bald head Fred, who's surely not dead, would have interfered. Okay. Is everybody good and dead that's near me at the moment? Thank you. Look at all these unlocked doors. Everybody's real trusting in the Raccoon City sewers, son. They're like, yeah, you just leave your door open, son. You can leave a box of moon pies on your porch rail and go out of town for 2 weeks, and you come back, they'll be sitting there. Well, less than a chunky raccoon gets them. Why do you think we named the city after them, son? Ain't nobody enjoyed a moon pie in this county? In 50 years. You just have to hope that the raccoons don't get a hold of any Royal Crown Colas, son. They'll be unstoppable. Okay, we don't want to fall down there just yet. I'm not quite feeling down there just yet. I thought for sure you were an item for me to have. Okay, what is your crowd's deal here, huh? What emotional baggage are you crowd dealing with that I have to make my problem? Otherwise you grab me and bite my shins and ankles. Broke the knife on her. She kept crawling. Man, you cut that dead bitch like I ain't never seen a dead bitch cut before. And the dead bitch kept coming after you. We don't need that kind of dead bitch in our lives, baby. Son, I agree with Apollo Creed's best friend, trainer, handler guy, whatever his name was. Doesn't he like come back in Rocky 4 and teach Rocky how to be good at boxing? He's like, you're lucky Apollo Creed was so secretly terrible and I trained him wrong as a joke. But now that Russian man's going to beat you to death. So they went up in the mountains, and I've only seen the first 2 Rocky movies, so I'm just going off cultural osmosis. But I think they go up into, like, the mountains. And I assume he fights a bear. Zangief looking at his second monitor. He's like, finally, Tin-Face speaks properly about wrestling Kumo-chan. I think that's the Russian term for a bear, Kumo-chan. How? Son, he tried to warn me. All of you have so much hate in you. A hate that knives can't conquer. I'm glad you didn't spawn with legs. What happened? Creepypastas. She was never real to begin with. I mean, is that you? Did you teleport? Is that what happened? All right, I broke another knife on you. Is that enough? I'll enjoy some icy water in the elevator. Good times. Anything nice for me on the buckets? No. Just Mr. Bucket. Who's always going on about balls. I had a cousin that got a Mr. Bucket for Christmas one year, and we played Mr. Bucket. I guess that's what you call the game you play with Mr. Bucket. People always talk about him and balls and the mouth, especially James Rolfe. He did a whole damn board James like Halloween short film about it. But you actually put the balls in the top of him and then he spit them out of his mouth, son. It's not quite the same. Oh, we're in the B scenario. I forgot. I don't need the damn T-valve handle to go back in the precinct. And that's good because when I was editing the first two parts of this, I realized something that I hadn't before. Just like Beauty and the Beast. Let's go ahead and make our Magnum the Advanced Magnum. Advanced Magnums and Dragons. Son, don't tell your grandma you'll get a spanking and you'll have to go to Sunday school. You're like, oh God, what a terrible fate. All right, we're going to do it in this order. We're going to reload. We're going to heal. So he can be real proud of himself. We're going to make it the long barrel. I like the look of the long barrel Magnum. It's pretty cool. But then you've got to put this thing on there. I mean, maybe you like it more, but I don't know. It like ruins the sleekness of it. The aerodynamics, son. What would Daft Punk think? All right, how much stuff have we left just sitting around the RPD that we should probably grab while we're back here? Well, one thing is, of course, the flamethrower, which so far we haven't been allowed to have. I don't mind mixing more handgun bullets now that we have the Magnum, because I can dedicate all the yellow gunpowders to Magnum bullets if I so choose. If I so choose. I guess we don't have any reason to use any of this other stuff just yet. I don't know how many of y'all noticed when trying to keep up with my mini timelines. Son, you need somebody to make a 3-hour YouTube video essay on the timelines of Tin-Face RE2 BioRand Randomizer. But here in this room that I said had nothing in it but this ornery liquor is where this key card was that we never used. And so we can get what I presume is the 1911 out of here. Okay, let's make sure there was nobody new here for me to humble. Oh, we left a couple of items in here as well. Shonk. Open her up, boys. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to find any ammo for it, but it's a satisfying little handgun to have. And, of course, a hand grenade is always good. Horseshoes aren't bad either, I suppose. Just see that episode of the Monster Girl Doctor where he reshoes that centaur woman, son. Make sure your grandma's in the room at the same time, of course. Okay. So, oh, the flamethrower regulator is just out there in the hallway, and I didn't notice it at all. We have to do something about that. Not you, bald-head Fred. I meant the royal we. I meant me and the Tin-Face viewers, son. The parasocial we. You're like, is that when everybody at the football game in the men's room has to pee in one of them big troughs. You ever peed in a trough urinal? Gentlemen or ladies, son. Oh, okay, it's in this other hallway. I think ladies should be more proactive with using urinals, son. You just got to be creative and limber. You just got to be able to aim certain parts of your body in certain angles. Does this count as like medical discussion? Oh, you're speed guarded by this guy. Well, I'm glad I looked around and noticed that again. Okay, there's no liquors in here, is there? You're like, nah, man, it's going to be 4 months for another one of my waifu's holidays/anniversaries come up, man. Give my tongue a chance to rest, son. It's like... Okay, enjoying that ambience. Okay, there's some ink ribbons we probably want. It is fun to just go about. Okay, there's that gunpowder that I have grabbed before, but of course timeline jumping happens. And there's a flash grenade out there. As long as there's not too many enemies for this to get past. Oh, that's the Rebecca Chambers photo, obviously. Obviously. Raccoon City Extra... Oh, that's that video cassette that I didn't want. And that I made an unnecessary not Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop. All Outlaw Star references are necessary because they all must conclude with Aisha Clan Clan. The Hot Springs Planet is optional, but highly encouraged. Okay, let's go in here and grab these ink ribbons. As long as there's nobody that protests. You know what? I could try this bad boy out. Pop! Oh, is there a dog out there? Oh, there's a dog in here. I recently learned. My God, I get double dogged! Double dog dared me. Oh no. Nothing bad will happen. Like I said, nothing bad will happen. It lets us save more flagrantly, so it's worth it. It's worth it in the end. What do we care about now? If there's nobody out here, I wouldn't mind grabbing that flashbang off the roof. I was gonna say, I don't secretly have a heal on me, do I? It's so satisfying. I don't consider it wasteful if it's that satisfying. That's the rule. The law of the Magnum, son. Henry doesn't know what the hell's happening. Not even Orange Tic Tacs could properly describe the reckless misuse, misappropriation of Magnum rounds that's happening right now. All right, we'll grab that gunpowder. I was going to say, we didn't leave anything down there, did we? It is still red, but we also know that redness doesn't necessarily mean incompleteness in BioRand. So I don't mind coming down here. Maybe it's because there's a toggle there. A toggling lever? Yeah, I guess that's a type of lever, or lever, if you're feeling clever. Oh, okay. The redness. No. It's like the people who know that red is the best main character scenario in Saga Frontier. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but it is an interesting one to start with, especially if you're a fan of Sentai superheroes. You're like, not necessarily, Uncle Tenfei. I'm more of a hentai superhero man myself. That fucking guy is still up here mad. He's still mad. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Give me that. We didn't leave anything down there, I don't believe. They are red. I'm being like overly grabby because I'm just imagining the sewers are going to be a nightmare. Of course, we do have this damn Magnum now. So maybe I'm reacting. All right, let's store a bunch of stuff. We're going to have to come back as soon as I find that damn puzzle box, which I'm now convinced is in the sewers. A GGG heal. All right, back to the main hall. There's nobody in this hallway bothering people, is there? Look at you out here just dying to bother people. The Potter Puppet Pals themselves, never so bothersome. I can't remember if there's anything else in that room other than those boards. We're just going to say that there is not. Okay, we've had a productive trip back up to the RPD. Surely I'm well on my way to finishing the randomizer in this recording session so that we don't break the 3-episode trend. I actually just put the second episode of this up right before I started recording. It's 12:25 on a Saturday, so I assume some of y'all are listening to my voice right now and being like, does he have any fucking idea what he's doing? Am I the first person to notice Uncle Tenfei might be ambling about just a bit? I'm going to reload this bad boy before we do anything else. Anything else? Okay. I think we'll be all right just carrying a couple of these with us now. I want to be able to pick up as many items as possible, but I also want to carry as many guns as possible. You're like, yeah, that is the conundrum, isn't it, Uncle Tiffany? You discovered survival horror. I'm not going to bring the standard handgun. Tain't no need. Tain't no need, Uncle Tenfei. Garley. Shazam. They always give us another one of those sewer access keys, so I don't think I need to bring that. I'm confident that I'm making the correct choice, as I've done all throughout this particular randomizer seed, obviously. My blameless victim status. It's like having divine light in Cruelty Squad, son. Blameless victim status. Restored. Now, do you think any of these zombies still persist with hate in their heart? Doesn't seem like it. At least not at the moment of truth. Alright, please nothing bad down here. Thank you. Thank you. Knobscocoon. Exactly. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe they always put the T-valve handle here now. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Because I feel like we found it there basically every time. The fun thing is we've already been all up there, so we can just continue on our merry way. I got a serpentine between the walls in case items appear. As such. Good times. Oh, I want to mix shotgun shells, but I also want to mix magnum bullets. Trying to decide if I'm going to visit Magnum Hut or Shotgun Bell. And that's when you can inform me that you're at the combination Shotgun Hut and Magnum Bell. Why, look at that. Another one of them little keys, just in case. Just in case. Oh, hey.
Cable car. Interesting.
See, Leon didn't even acknowledge you. That's got to be hurtful. Or a fox boy. Or fox girl. See the cursed ending of Star Fox Command, which is the most appropriately named ending to a video game of all time. No secret bonus items up here. Oh, this kinda counts as a secret bonus item, I guess. Nothing on the radiator. What about the Suzaku Flame Blast? Speaking of Soccer Frontier. Boom. Hey! Never has it been more hip to be pouch, boys. Never have I ever been so hip to be pouch.
I'm coming, Ada.
Once again, need to be more coy about things like that, Leon. You got to learn the language of love. I heard zombies in that room, by the way, and it made me sad. Or they might be in there with Ada, which is surprisingly not a bad thing, considering she's got plot armor at the moment, son. She's going to be summarizing a One Punch Man chapter because she's got that plot armor. Oh, hey, Hunks Boy, were declared. And then he died somehow, mysteriously. So we got that classic RE2 Dead Factory music. Keeping us going. Keeping us going. Okay, let's just place the root plug. Oh, this in my box. We'll worry about that later then. Later, Tater. Alright, let's run around and pluck some goods and sundries before we save our game. Including this super handy box of 9mm Parabellum. Just like the mushroom. Oh, for a second I was like, wait, was that safe there? Is it safe? But the safe moves about. I heard... Oh, it's you. Okay. That's fun. That guy. Everyone's favorite. Claire's note. Hey, Leon. Have you found any good guns yet? Okay. I always forget. Yeah, that's right. They want you to go 2-12-8. I remember which 3 Final Fantasies they're bringing up. Of course, due to their controversial natures. But I always forget the order.
ID wristband required for cable car entry.
Hey, buddy. Can you do it? Can you make it? Can you make it? Not quite. I thought for sure he was a bald-head Fred type, but when I knocked his hat off, he had secret hair. It's like that guy in Tropic Thunder that secretly had hands. Okay. I'm glad we could reach an understanding. We could cut to the point. Since you don't know how it feels, I wish I hadn't activated you. Like the trap card you are. But I didn't know if you had items hovering about you. You didn't. Which means all you did was steal a shotgun shell from me. Let's poke our head in here. Oh. Woohoo. Just what I needed to unlock. Yep. Right in the center of his tail hole, son. Once again, Wolf O'Donnell watching over me. Like that scene from Ernest Goes to Camp where he has faith in his heart and that man can't shoot him. That, like, land developer can't shoot a man with his rifle. Like how in a kid's movie you just accept the fact that sometimes land developers just go around shooting camp counselors because they want a piece of land. Okay, you crowd are getting preemptively skadooshed when I get back and have more ordnance available. More cutting irons. As it were. As it were. Okay. Thinking about ammo mixing. It would be so responsible to mix up a bunch of shotgun shells, but also unsatisfying. Okay, here's how we're going to handle this. Let's store the shotgun. You're like, already terrible plan, Uncle Tenfei. Terrible. Just terrible. It's like Bob Burker's family. I love you, Uncle Tenfei, but your randomizer gameplay plans are terrible. Just terrible. I'm thinking, let's get our Magnum to the full Magnum status. Actually, let's just bring all the damn ammo. Let's mix some handgun bullets, because we're not going to mix that many shotgun shells. My God. How hungry is our Matilda these days? Oh, she's peckish, Jerry. Quite peckish. Okay, we're going to bring those grenades, couple of these. Seems like a good time to save our game before I ruin everything yet again. As I always love to do. Go ahead and do this as well. The this as well materia will obviously be named. How many of you all actually understand that stupid joke I make over and over? There's a materia in Final Fantasy VII. The system where you grant your characters additional powers and stats and abilities is called materia. They're these little orbs that are made from like the spirit of the planet coalescing like tree sap. And you put them in your slots in your armor and weapons, and some of them are linked together, and different materia can combine to give each other different effects. And there's a materia that when you link it to another one, like let's say a materia that lets you cast a fire spell, it'll also make the character do a basic melee attack, and it's called the cut as well materia. So hey, future editor Ben here. This asshole went on an unnecessary and unwanted tangent about the materia system from Final Fantasy VII, and he couldn't even remember the names of the materia correctly. He confused the added cut materia with the still as well materia, at least in name. I don't understand how you all tolerate it. I don't understand why you put up with it. But let's get back to the wonderment. There you go. Tenfei explains it all, boys. You're like, thank God, I can finally go to bed. I can finally go to bed and die, Uncle Tenfei. Skadoosh! Maximum power, skadoosh, son. Everybody's getting cut until they prove they're dead. Everybody's getting cut, and then they're going to bed. Baldhead Fred is never dead. Oh, you're still getting cut. I told you. I told you, Baldhead Fred. I warned you about getting cut, and you wouldn't listen, son. When's the last time a vegetable was near you? Son, you ain't got no good boy points, son. Chicken tendies aren't going to be in the menu for a long time for Baldhead Fred. We used up a lot of resources, but it was very satisfying, so it doesn't count. Oh, I can do this. And somewhere a door opens. In the distance. Can't believe I've already used up my knives. I want to make sure you crowd are dead, but I have no knives. Okay, that's a good sign. That's one of the signs of death. All blowed up. Joel from Rooster Teeth understands. Not Joel, Matt. Joel's too busy trying to make his uninterrupted power supply stop beeping as the number goes down. Okay, we can't go that way because the game developers decided that. I definitely don't want to go down the G-Mutant alley with this level of resources. It's incredibly irresponsible. Oh, what the hell? You crowd talked me into it. You crowd are a bad influence. You know that? Bad medicine, son. And look, a knife was our reward.
What the hell was that?
It was a zombie falling in the water like a sack of peeling potatoes, Leon. Keep up. Keep up. Oh, wow. Boards. Once again, that describes my status of how I feel seeing that worthless item. Boom. So satisfying. Pop. Maybe there's no G mutants, he said, and nothing bad happened. That's my favorite part of saying that. Gaggle man! How did he do it? How did he land that hit? Were you guarding anything good? No, you never are you? You never are. Your crowd delayed me from running past the G mutant, and I hate that. I forgot he spits babies. It's been such a long time since I've had to deal with them. Have I mentioned recently how good an idea this was? Dead. Now remember that one lady that fell down is obviously going to get back up. She does not respect Johnny Cage and his acting methods. Okay. Fine. Don't put anything on that table. Okay, we're going to walk in case there are dogs and or lickers. Yep. I hear you, crowd. Good thing I got a knife to stir my chocolate milk with. That's how badass I am. I stir me chocolate milk with a knife. Okay. Everything's calm and orderly. Oh, great. Okay, y'all are in a pleasant spot because I can do this. Skadoosh! Dead.
Son of a bitch.
Trying to zone you out, buddy. Oh no, he's too good. About to say, what's it take to humble that man? This crowd is obviously going to get back up, but maybe not to grab me. Oh, look, flamethrower fuel. That's where I would load my flamethrower if I had one. All right, is that all the enemies in here? Because I would definitely support that. So who's hanging out in here? Just a hand grenade? I guess that's technically a weapon. Although Metal Gear is in no risk of being surpassed, I can tell you that much. Wonder if we'll ever find the extended magazine or butt stock for the damn Matilda. I can't believe I landed perfectly to not get grabbed by you. Also, where the hell did you come from? I don't remember you amongst the zombies I've been dealing with. Oh, whatever. You added a nice moment of levity to a 10F video. They're so rare. And just because it's satisfying, let's unlock this door. Chunk. All right, and now to prance about our way back to the previous area zone. Okay. Been so long since I met a zombie lady who had the decency to just stay dead, son. a rarity in these trying times. All right, that lady have started to move, but maybe we could just not be bothered. Now, remember, a zombie is over here that flopped into the water earlier, so we got to keep him in mind that he'll be bothering people, mainly us. I was gonna say you didn't spawn any items over here, did you? Okay, where are you at? Right there? Ain't you pretty? Sitting down there waiting for me. That's not cheating, though. Obviously, that's not cheating. I was gonna say, could you follow me up here? I'm just gonna do this. Justice prevails. Cheaters always meet their end at justice. Oh, there's a solid fucking mess of you, crowd. Well, I could stab one of you with a knife, and the rest of you aren't allowed to get me, because the ladder makes me invincible. If you want to complain about it, go find the armless slasher. Now, let's see if any items spawned up here, because I know we can't actually open this door. Not that we really need to right now, but let us take a gander at it. What's good for the goose is good for taking a gander. The famous expression goes. Listen to how mad they are. I'm telling you. Crowds still call ladders cheating to this day. Oh, that's not a knife. I didn't realize I didn't have one. Well, that's one way to stop that Gangle Man from bothering people. Still can't believe we haven't found the ornate box with our stars badge yet. I'm not going to the lab without it, so we'll go all the way up to fighting Craneyard Billy. I haven't even thought about how much of a potential pain in the ass Craneyard Billy's going to be. I guess if worse comes to worse, we could just keep ramming him with that shipping container. Just had to keep him occupied with our flashbang gimmicks, probably. And our bloody knives, son. The guy from V for Vendetta. Gotta make him proud. Boom. Boom. And boom. Oh. Did I forget how you do this? Leon's like, does this guy not remember nothing? Isn't it? Oh, I'm in the B scenario. Oh no. I remember. Obviously. Obviously I remember. It's so obvious. The fact that you crowd are even skeptical of it is hurtful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Fun with chest plugs. All right, fingers crossed.
Almost there, Ada.
That the ornate box is in here. A knife is nice, but it's not an ornate box. Don't forget items can spawn in there as well. So we're going to have to get all the way up to where you would take the tram down to the lab before we decide that I've completely missed the ornate box or it just didn't spawn. And we'll have to take appropriate measures at that time. Obviously. Okay. The most stressful part of any RE2 BioRand scenario. Brainyard Billy. Let's get all of our good ordnance in hand. And then we'll save, and then we'll decide how we're going to handle Billy today. We got a lot of grenades and such. That's a good sign for Billy B battling. So, the more we can knife him, the better. Definitely going to mix some Magnum bullets. And some 9mm. Give us some options. Show us what we're working with. Take you. Take you. Boom, boom, boom. Take at least one of you. There. You can't say it's an irresponsible inventory. All right, all we can do is pray now. Pray, pray, pray. The terrible gameplay away, son.
Jesus Christ! I got you. Let's hope that's the last of them.
I've mentioned recently how bad I am at that fight. I contemplated just restarting, but let's just keep going. See if we come across anything good. Just live with the shame. It's like living with the pain, son. Sometimes it's your only option. Find anything good, Ada? I mean, that's a good thing to find, but it's not the ornate box. Hey, look at you. Hiding in here with Miss Wong. An extended magazine wouldn't be bad. Once again, I don't believe I've ever walked up here on top of this trash pile. I didn't even know you could. The physics of it. Well, it's almost like they're trying to compensate me for all the resources I squandered. Well,
Carl, take us down to Nest.
now we've reached a point.
My wristband's our ticket to ride.
Nice.
Late for y'all
Where'd
to
you get that?
Anyway,
finish
we're
expositioning. I'm gonna have to run around and just look everywhere until I either find that box or I realize that it's not findable. So here's what I'll do then. Save the game. And I'm going to run around and look everywhere I haven't looked yet. And if I find it, then I'll put that in the video. And if not, then we'll go from there, son. We'll go from there, right, Ada? Oh, she looked at me and she was like, did you aim a gun at me? No. Baka. Baka, Ada. All right, here we are in the Special Tactics and Rescue Service. Captain's office. Albert Wesker, I believe, is his name. Look at all this distinguished art he has. He must be quite the gentleman. So I spent a while scouring the map, and I never found that box. And then I decided to take a break. So it's been a week and a half. I've recorded a bunch of other stuff people moderately cared about. And now that we're back, what's this in my inventory? Mysterious, son. I knew I shouldn't have bought this game from that lady in the woods. It was on a blank DVD-R. Resident Evil 2 Remake.exe. But it was all worth it because we could finally have our flamethrower that we've earned and deserve. We could finally go down there and impress Ada. She's just been sitting in that tram with her arms crossed, son. She was going to play Snake on her Nokia phone, but even the battery ran dead. We've took so long. God bless her. God bless her for putting up with it. Thank you. I'm like Homer Simpson with that Venus de Milo gummy. All right. Ganglemen fear us. Secret umbrella spies want us. Ganglemen fear us. I walk alone on this barren Raccoon City. Okay. Before anything else. Oh yeah, there's you. I don't even care about you anymore. I've got my nemesis. I'm like the Peppermint Butler from Adventure Time. I've got my nemesis who must be failed. Hey, asshole, remember me? Remember me? Oh, oh, oh. Oh, what's that? Do you not like it, buddy? Do you not like it? Yeah. Well, you know what I don't like? Not being able to save my game when I fight my way to a save room. Because they've always got to have a Gangle Man in them these days. All burned up. And now if I wanted to, I could save my game. But I think we should probably get to the lab first. Oh, I haven't even pointed out that I picked up this full RGB herb that I completely missed. It was over there by the cold drinks. Oh, do you have one of my knives inside of you? Did he? Oh, he did. I picked it up. Nearly broken knives, son. The most dangerous Hogwarts ghost, since it's the ghost of Million Knives. and not Knives Chow. Yeah, everybody cares about you. Now, one benefit to taking a week and a half break between the first and second halves of this particular recording session is several of y'all were kind enough to inform me that I might have forgotten to grab an important item in this timeline in Old King Droll's chambers. I had written them off as foolish nonsense, son, and he's been angry ever since. Ye old royal seething has been going on. A ye old mass reply. Alright, there probably are foes in here. Yeah, there's a couple of them. I've seen this before. Let's just very satisfyingly blow them up with a shotgun. Oh. Oh. The good times, baby. The good times. Try again, said the disinterested kimono character. Okay, there are ink ribbons. And there it is, boys. It is indeed continues every day to be hip to be pouch, son. Okay. Now that we've had our fun and maybe not laughs, we shared a few slightly exhaling out of your nose in amusement, son. It's the best compliment you can get nowadays. And everyone's dopamine starved, attention span destroyed internet activities. At least you've got Tenfei, the long form content of Tenfei. You're like, oh no, I watched Tenfei in 30-second bursts. 10-minute Tenfei wasn't good enough for me. I need 5-second Tenfei. I need a Tenfei where mega micro videos. Wah! I haven't played the newer WarioWare this on the Switch. I saw you had to like waggle the Joy-Cons around like an idiot, and it just made me disinterested. It's like WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii. I like that game's aesthetic, and there's, you know, a lot about it I like, but it's like my least played WarioWare game because I just don't feel like waggling my hand around or pretending to be an elephant or something. I meant to take a sip of water during that elevator ride, but you all got me so defensive. You got me defensively Wario-splaining. Ricky Ricardo understands, demanding explanations. Yep. Peaceful here in the sewers. Peaceful amongst the poo water. And we can finally open this door now and feel good. Closure. It's so vignetted. Spider-Man Noir. Or Rorschach from The Watchmen. I think they're very similar characters. You're like, oh, you'd be quite surprised, Uncle Tenfei. Rather shocked, even. I'd go so far as to say. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm going to take your word for it, Tenfei viewer. I appreciate your sensible, level-headed comparison between them fictional comic book men's. Oh, Ada. I've got good weapons. Oh, there was a Gangleman. How interesting. I don't have enough fuel to just flippantly burn that one up, unfortunately. Oh, have you been standing there this whole time? You ain't got to do that. That's just to make me feel bad, son. Just to make me feel bad. Now it's going to be awkward on the tram ride. And I bought us a bento to share on the tram ride too, son. Guess I'm going to have to enjoy these pickled plums and salmon onigiri balls.
So be prepared, Leon.
Son. She's like, Scar's going to take over the Pride Land with the hyenas, so be prepared. And Leon's like, oh, I don't think that'll happen. I mean, Simba's there. And Ada's like, have you not seen The Lion King? Leon's like, the lion what? You talk about Kimba the White Lion? We're not allowed to go in there and talk to her anymore. It feels hateful. Alright, let's store a couple of these things just while we're walking around plucking good items and sundries. as plain and unsyruped and sprinkled as they might be. Are sun-dried tomatoes a sundry? Probably. Not according to Master Shake. But that's how he escaped the hell dimension, the hell sphere. Son, go back and watch that Aquatine with the Brood Witch, and I'm sure you'll see John Marston's horse and Link, the elf boy from Anyway the Wind Blows, his horse going through it. And I guess Magnum. And One Up and Sweet Cheeks. Did we ever summon Sweet Cheeks through the hell sphere? You 10F historians that have watched all 69-hour-plus long episodes of 10F's magical video game adventure Breath of the Wild. Let me know your findings and if they're fateful or not, son. If Neil Breen has to get involved. I need to drive out to where Neil Breen lives and just offer to be in one of his movies. Like, not ask for any kind of pay or anything. I bet he'd do it. If you had to show Neil Breen one 10F video, because you know he's not going to watch a whole playthrough. What one would it be to convince that man to put 10F into his cinematic universe?
Okay. I wonder where the G-Virus is.
I don't know. Maybe we should go look for it, idiot. Baka Leon. He's like, I don't deserve to be talked to like that. It was a reasonable question. Yeah, well, I'm an unreasonable Let's Play YouTube video style maker. See, I can't even form a sentence to describe me. Hey, look at you just sitting in the corner. That's the most polite liquor we've encountered, son. I feel like I'm fairly acquainted with this liquor. Ooh, 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 ooh. All cut up, son. Another sign of death. An additional sign of death, unfinished pizza. What else would stop someone from eating a pizza but death? Son, you're sitting there playing, was this 1998? You're playing like Baldur's Gate 2. And you're about to take a bite, and then that buff fucking scythe-wielding wolf man from the Puss in Boots movies just kicks the door open and points at you. And that's how you know. That's the sign of death. It's when a buff wolf man points at you. Ask Puss in Boots. Okay, let's see. What are we going to take to deal with whatever crowd is going to be in the kitchen with Dinah? I'm sure the 10F Ultra is making the Fox Lady from Unicorn Overlord jokes in your head, so I don't have to say anything. We'll take these 2 shotgun shells. It feels responsible. We're probably going to run into at least like 1 liquor. And let's have a, hey, we got grabbed knives as well. You been grabbed? We'll take a stack of each grenade. Just so I feel comfortable, son. Grandmama's everywhere and on and in polite agreement. Man, I don't have much ammunition left, do I? You'd almost think I squandered a shitload of it on a terrible boss fight. Or a boss fight that I'm terrible at the very least. I'm not going to mix anything. Let's just see if this is enough. If this is sensible enough to get us through kitchen examinations, followed by Fox Lady examinations. I still have yet to play that game. I guess that's what happens when you buy video games just because you like the character design. Okay, enemies, I'm politely walking in here as a show of good faith. It's like that one time Helga in Hey Arnold was paired up with Arnold for like a class project, probably like keeping an egg from breaking or some stupid bullshit. And he had had enough of her nonsense, but this was the one time she was like, you know what, I'm going to try to be good friends with Arnold. Even though I secretly have a huge crush on him. You're like, Helga had a huge crush on Arnold? I never picked up on it. It was subtle. Okay, I see there's like a bunch of y'all. 2 Ganglemen, huh? Uh-huh. My show of good faith. And I got slapped. I didn't even get to finish my Nicktoons anecdote. Well, anyway, she goes up to Arnold, and Arnold's like, Helga, could you not for once be a huge bitch? And so she's a huge bitch to him in the end. Didn't she like actually confess to him in one of the movies? You might find this hard to believe. As a certified dyed-in-the-wool, grass-fed, free-range 90s boy, that I've never seen any of the Hey Arnold expanded media. The Hey Arnold expanded universe. We're probably just going to bring more grenades. And there's always... Well, Flashbang Justice doesn't work on Gangle Men. We've learned that. If we want to conserve fuel, we'll have to use more of these knives on cutting. The cutting crew will show up, telling us how we just died in their arms tonight. And then they'll tell us it must have been something we said. Yeah, it was me. Because I'm the beloved 80s rock band, son. Because I'm the best song in GTA Vice City. Oh, you got liquors too, do you? They got name tags on them, so I know who the hell they are. Grenades were declared. Also, I hear dogs. Skadoosh! That guy body blocked everyone. Son, the liquor was screaming, please, dear, for the love of God. Zombie stuck. Okay, please don't let that Gangle Man grab me. Shinji Mikami's ghost ate me on it. Shinji's ghost, why? You gotta be like that. All right, fine, you crowd. Additional hand grenades. You earned them. How are you still alive? I can't believe you're still alive. Look, the Gangle Man got splashback, son. Now, who the hell was that? I can't even tell who's kicking my ass. Just continue to be blowed up in perpetuity. This is a dangerous kitchen. Is Gordon Ramsay in there? Am I about to be called a donkey? Baldhead Fred, you're too drunk to be in the lunchroom. He's like, man, that don't make sense. That's like saying you're too drunk to fish. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay. Now we know there are more liquors. He must be hung in the wall or something. Or something. Yeah, it's or something. He's in the or something class. Take my fucking broken... Who is regenerating? How dare you, sir? This ain't Magic the Gathering. Next, you're gonna tell me you got abandoned, son. You know Gangle Men have Forest Walk, which pisses me off because it means they share at least one keyword ability with Miri Cat Warrior, who counts as a Cat Warrior. Who's soon to be joined by her good friend, Freya Rat Warrior. Whenever that Final Fantasy set comes out. Okay, let's just go heal. Let's be responsible. You're like, responsible? That's what we're gonna call this now. You think any combination of actions you could perform right now could label this performance in such a manner? It's insulting. I'm gonna take my GGG heal, son. GG, easy. Alright, flashbangs are now back on the menu. Because we could use them to run past at least that one liquor that's at the bottom of the ladder. The ladder liquor, son. The armless slasher is the one that goaded him into hanging out there. Heisenberg, I'm the one who... Yes, that's just clever. It's clever. Pop culture. Sorry. The Family Guy writers are like, write that down. Write that down! Alright. Just peeking around for extra double bonus items. I see... Ooh, flamethrower fuel. I do... Oh no! How did he dodge him? Please don't let there be items over here so I can escape. Ha ha ha! You and armless slasher could suck a dick. Oh, he's mad. I love it. I wonder if enemies can spawn up in here. Probably if we make them lose their mind and go all out and act a fool. Because after all of that, I guarantee they'll lose their cool. Is anyone down here? You have to tell me. I'm a cop. Still. Until the city gets blowed up. If they rebuilt Raccoon City, I think Leon should have dibs to be like the head of the police department because he was the last cop. But he has dibs. He called shotgun. Quite literally. Hey, gorgeous. It sounds like you've got a good friend out there too, which is just wonderful. Just ever so wonderful. Okay, I don't think he can come through the door, so let's shoot him once. So if there's another one, it'll come running over here. Is there not? Okay, there you are. Your twin brother, asshole Roberts. I thought he was in town. Deeps and down them liquor boys. With my cutting iron toys. Please don't let him cut me before I can slash his asshole in twain. Amen. Amen. Leon is my shepherd. I shall not want. My magnum bullets or shotgun shells, depending on how I mix these, runneth over. Runneth over. Okay, how do we want to deal with this crowd in this room? This room crowd. They're very unoriginally called themselves. I'm thinking I'm just going to shotgun you. Justice. And then you get the cuts. Looks like you're about to make the cut, Fat Chubs. I knew you could do it if you applied yourself. I knew you could make it into asshole university, son. I have to think about every gunpowder. OS. If we find the muff detector, we could set it to OS. Alright, you look like the item we're not allowed to pick up until we activate the muff detector region. You'll find it coincides quite nicely with the Cation homeworld. You're like, there, finally. I said in episode 1 of this mess of a randomizer playthrough that you need to save that damn Catwoman, space Catwoman talk to the lab, son. I guess you don't want to hear about my new season finale pitch for Rat Tail in Space. Talking like that. Hurting my feelings like that. Alright, let's keep running. We'll worry about sorting our inventory out when we get to the next save room. Unless there's like a million enemies out here. Hello, million enemies, including million knives. And Jin from Soccer Frontier, when he gets that special sword from being real good that lets him use the move $1 million. It's true. I see a muff detector. Oh boy. Signal modulator. Yeah, that's what we have to call it, you know, in meetings. So we don't get written up by HR.
West area. Got it.
I'm already on thin ice. After I stood up Friday evening and screamed, fuck y'all. I'm detecting Muff. And ran and jumped through the plate glass window at the front of the office. How was I supposed to know that would upset people? Lieutenant Morass found it flattering. So that's all that matters. I can't believe you're still alive yet again. It's like the Nemesis talking to Jill Valentine. He's like, I just don't understand it. Okay, we need you to turn so you don't burn. Okay, there we go. This will give us just enough time to do this. Uskadoosh. Give me my ink ribbons, yo. Give me my rich lore, yo. I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing in here. There's not, and everyone's mad. And then there's the kitchen liquor. You're like, how'd you know my nickname when I meet my waifu for lunch in the cafeteria? You know how many times I quote-unquote drop my fork? Okay. 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 I'm glad things have calmed down. Here in the lab again, yo. Dee Dee's not here to push buttons. Specifically Dexter's buttons, because she knows how to rile that boy up. But he feeds into it. Of course, he's supposed to be like 5 years old. Don't think about where in the hell did he get just the raw materials to build that lab, much less how he fit it inside of a TARDIS-esque space, son. Change his name to Professor Watt. That's what they should rename Doctor Who when it finishes burning up in flames and finally gets completely canceled and sold to America. Professor Watt. Of course, they made that joke in Community with Professor Spacetime's American reboot that Chevy Chase was the main target demographic of. Has that movie come out yet? We got the 6 seasons, right? Isn't that Yahoo season like the 6? Nomsky, what are you doing on that Sony Wega television, son? Those things are made out of like neutron star material. They weigh so much. You're like, yeah, but my turbo graphics look so good. I'm glad you've got a hobby that doesn't involve licking. You're like, what do you think I do when I'm grinding in ease, Uncle Tenfei? Okay, we're over here now. Plans. The well-laid plans of Tenfei's continue. We don't need the signal modulator right this second, so we're not going to bring it. We did pick up handgun ammos. Let's take the burst stock off because it's just taking up space and we don't have enough ammo to justify it. Like, you're killing me, Uncle Tenfei. You're killing me. Oh, Uncle Tenfei, why? I'm getting glottal air. How upset you are. Do we want to mix any of these fine gunpowders? These handsome gunpowders? Give me a grabbed knife and a cutting knife, please. Okay. Okay. There is no hope. This is the end of all hope, sang Wishmaster. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Additional zombies, huh? Look how he just gives up when I walk out of the room. What an asshole. That's what I hate about you most. I'm like Mr. Perfect Cell addressing Gohan when he was trying to make him mad in Dragon Ball Z Abridged. Gohan's the kind of guy that would respond to your anonymous post with concession accepted, son.
Senior staff clearance required for computer access.
Okay. All right, people, you look real grenadable today. I appreciate it about you, crowd. Boom. All right, let us continue on. Are you crowd real grenadable too? Because I'll support that. All right, you know they're not completely dead, but I don't really have the... Damn it! I was going to say the resources to deal with you, but one of you decided to have extra double hate in your heart today, and that's just fantastic. That's just fantastic. A nice hateful Saturday afternoon. Give me my dispenser cartridge, please. I'll give you my email address if you send me that free dispenser cartridge, son. If the dispenser cartridge is free, then you're the product. You're like, I think it's the secret herbicide is the product, Uncle Tenfei. All right, I remember this so well that it's 2048. Almost as much as I remember that it's 5831. Good times. Okay, let's hope nothing bad is out here. Wouldn't that be nice? Nothing bad. I see one zombie. Anybody in the sky? With emeralds. Oh, there's that guy. I see a liquor. So we're somewhat acquainted to him. Somewhat acquainted with him. I don't know him real good, though. I make so many assumptions with my recurring 10F jokes, and one of them is just assuming all of you all understand the stupid cliche liquor I barely know her joke that I'm all the time referencing. How did he do it? How did he do it? The miracle. The miracle. I'd like to get all you gangle in at once with my flamethrower, if that's cool. If that's cool. Just as a personal favor to me. And it looks like we might get what we wanted. No, not quite, unless I get up here and shoot down at an angle. Okay, I hear you're mad. I'm just going to ignore you. Nothing bad will happen. Nothing bad will happen. Remember, we had so much flamethrower fuel previously, in a previous life. Ah, at least you let me burn them up, Fat Chubs, before you took a chunk out of me. Like Scruff McGruff going after crime, son. Fat Chubs ask you to help him take a bite out of Leon Scott Kennedy's ass cheek. You're like, hell yeah. You had me at biting Leon Scott Kennedy on the ass. I can't chastise you. Given my track record of derriere discussions, we'll call them, on the 10F channel. But I will give you a skeptical eyebrow raise. You're like, yeah, I'm sorry. Leon Scott Kennedy's not an anthropomorphic rat person, Uncle 10F. I'd hate to make this distasteful. Well, I'm glad you see it that way, 10F viewer king. I'm going to ignore your sarcastic tone and just say thank you for your understanding in these trying times. All right, cool. Everything's fine. It's my favorite part, except for my condition. I got a ton of healing items at least, so I don't feel as bad taking damage, you know, as long as I don't die. Frieza, after he gets the Dragon Balls, so smugly, just giving me a condescending look, because he knew that was the first thing he was not going to do when he wished for immortality. All right, I'm going to calmly back out of the room. And nothing bad's gonna happen. Nothing bad's gonna happen. I found a bunch of knives, so I don't mind cutting you up. I fucking knew it. HP for days, boys. HP for days. Don't get a Lenovo or E-machines anywhere near that man, son. Because he is full HP. I like how your head didn't explode. How? What? I didn't even hit the trigger. I mispositioned my index finger. It's true. It's true. It's not copium. No, actually, it is true. I always own up when I miss by making up a dumb excuse, like adjusting the game state. But that was just poor hand management, son. It's the same reason I lost that poker tournament. I was like, what do you mean the 10 of diamonds isn't the best card? What? The Jack of Diamonds, but he was a huge asshole on King of the Hill. Although Hank was a huge asshole to him, too. Sometimes on King of the Hill, you just have to acknowledge when Hank himself is also being a huge asshole. And I think the Jack and his diamonds or whatever, the Jack of Diamonds and his aces. The ace of diamonds and his jacks. I don't remember what they were called. That guy that, he was like the Harlem Globetrotters of Little League Baseball. Just look it up sometime. Of course, you also have to acknowledge when Hank is not being an asshole when everybody else is, but they're treating him like he's being an asshole. AKA that episode where that old woman wanted to die in his house on Christmas. I agree with Hank. Okay. We're getting low on goods. And our sundries aren't holding up too well either, I have to admit. might be time to start mixing and figuring and supposing some more ammunitions, because we do have the materials. His shotgun materials. Well, we know these things are practically worthless, so we can at least do that. That doesn't feel too bad, right? You're like, maybe not to you, Uncle Tenfei, but I'm gonna be sick at the waist. At the waist! I'm like, is that your way of saying you're gonna have the shits? You're like, no? Maybe? We'll see how it plays out. I still can't believe I wasted that shotgun shell a second ago. I was so nervous too. I still get performance anxiety. Just like that time Frieza tried to blow up Namek at point blank range and somehow he missed. I would love to cut that liquor up, but he has his defenders. Why ain't you crowd just having fun hugging the vents? Ho-ho! Gotcha! Give him the old Leon Kennedy razzle-dazzle. Alright, did that activate any of you, crowd? No, yes, maybe. A backup knife? How nice. Okay, it's just the two of you. And you can make it if you try, I suppose. Hey! Best news I've gotten all day! Right, Baldhead Fred? Yeah, that's what I thought. Real anemic for being such a huge asshole. I guess he's actually dead. I didn't know Baldhead Fred had it in him. At least not when you're not saying a nursery rhyme in the middle of the night. In your dark bedroom, hiding under the covers. It doesn't actually protect you from Baldhead Fred. He just thinks it's funny to humor you. He just stands there at the foot of your bed with his arms crossed, doing his best Sonic the Hedgehog "I'm waiting" impression, tapping his non-existent wristwatch. Although this is 1998, so Baldhead Fred might have actually worn a wristwatch before he became a zombie, son. That's the problem, is when you become a zombie, you're basically dressed how you're going to be dressed, unless stuff gets torn off of you. Ada's secret weapon, son. Some janitor found it and thought it was garbage. He's like, more like Ada's secret garbage. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, I'm writing that one down. Okay. He's trying to put together 5 minutes of material. You scared me because you lunged, and so I thought you were more of a threat than you were, and I threw a hand grenade when I didn't have to. So I hope you appreciate what you did to me. Please fall down. Oh, Johnny Cage. No, Johnny Cage, give me the strength to get eat up by this bitch. And you're eating into my cutting time, too, is the worst part. Oh, wow, he's actually dead. I didn't expect that. All right, what are we? Welcome to Earth. Get Jeff Goldblum in here with a MacBook, son. He'll hack every alien subsystem, including the alien Jersey mics, where they do in fact have a lot of fanfare when you order a sub in a tub, son. Alright, I'm just seeing what you crowd have laying around. Remember, those liquors are going to fall out of the ceiling. I'm quite acquainted with them, unfortunately. Okay, no enemies in this safe room, please. For me, once again, as a favor. Oh, why must I even ask? Why must I even ask? Everything cool? Tentacle dildo trophies, huh? That's something. Just immediately throw it away. I didn't even read. I saw the word zombie in its name. That was all I managed to read before I threw it away. It did not spark joy. Okay. How are we playing this now? Gotta pretty up that inventory, son. As always, get your priorities straight. I'm in caution. This is a cautionary tale. I guess I'll eat one of these. So rare to eat that combination of herbage. Should we save now? How many ink ribbons we got? 5. We'll probably find more. You'll want to save before I deal with those liquor. You know what I will do? I'll just bring a heal. That's kind of like saving. More proactively, when you think about it. I know grandmas wouldn't approve of my unorthodox methods. I take a light windbreaker instead of a warm sweater, son. Grandmas hate it. Uh-huh. Every time, the two of you, every time. Skadoosh. Actually, let's use up this knife. God, I was doing everything I can. Please don't take my good knife when I stab you. Okay, he didn't. It's the only kind thing, the only kindness that I've ever been shown by that liquor. Okay, finally. Right inside the door, handgun bullets. I like it. It's like having a complimentary bowl of mints by the front door, son. Every diner needs it. Well then. A big fucking clump is how I would describe you, crowd. I don't want to use up my last frag grenade on them, but I gotta get past them at least twice. This might be a good job for flashbang justice. Oh, she's standing up, but I think I can make it if I have hope in my heart, baby.
5 new messages.
I hear dogs. That's bad. That's bad. It's double bad. Ignoring the enemies. They can't hurt you if you don't acknowledge them. You're like, you already acknowledged them. I'm like, oh no. Don't tell Candlejack. Okay. We're fine, because we're just going to run away. Real McCoy. Another night, another dream, but always you. It's like a vision of running around mobs that seems to be true. They don't know how to respond because I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking. Flashbang justice! Ah! Everything worked out, boys. I was the hashtag hero that we needed, son. Okay. Okay, everything's still cool. Everything's still cool. Yeah, I'd say the difficulty factor of this randomizer has been a bit higher. So that's good. Hopefully it translates directly in entertainment value. Oh god, I hear their clicky clacky feet that I hate, that I hate, that I hate. How ignorable are you? Because I don't have to come back here. If we can just get upstairs and leave, we'll be fine. Okay, I see. I see. One flashbang justice left. We're going to have to make it count. Flashbang justice! Running, 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 running. Yeah. Okay, just seeing which knife I had equipped. All right, we can come back in and check this room when it's less dangerous. Okay, so calm down. You crowd. We need a moment to regain our composure. Whew, I'm not used to being this low on like grenades and such. You're like, so once again, Uncle Tempe, you're saying you're not used to being challenged. Yeah, pretty much. You nailed it. I still don't want to save until I've looked at what items could be out here for me to have. For me to have. All right, who all is in here? A dog. A dog. My kingdom to not have that dog. Maybe we don't need to check that room. Maybe that room's just sour grapes. In the meantime, let's focus on advancing the game state, which we will save before we do. Because there's going to be a lot of running and a lot of swearing and proclaiming things as cheating. Completely justifiably so, might I add. Is that really only our 13th save of Scooby-Doo? We'll have to ask Vincent Price later if he's not too busy being the Tingler. Like, is that a sex thing? Like, no, it's an old horror movie thing, son. See episode 2 of my Link to the Past randomizer, where I'm playing as Hams the Pug. Specifically in Skull Woods. Okay, let's put this thing in here.
Dispense.
That did the trick.
Warning. You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have been logged, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
Mr. X is going to come give me a spanking, is what she was trying to say in her own sort of way.
Shit!
You're not Mr. X!
Him again?
You're a bunch of annoying enemies. They made the glass explode with their mind. Well, that's aggravating to have to deal with, potentially, now. Right? Hopefully no more enemies spawn in here. That would be rather troublesome. That'd be a right bother, I might go so far as to add, if I could use some hyperbolic language. Okay. What did the two of you get up to all day, other than bothering me? Oh. 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 Alright, Gangleman's indisposed. I just need you to fall down. I just need you to fall down, lady. Or get staggered. Whatever. You almost had me. If only you'd had a little bit more hate in your heart, it'd have made you just the slightest bit faster. You'd have caught the gingerbread, Leon. I bet that bitch doesn't even know the Muffin Man. You're like, the Muffin Man? And I respond with, the Muffin Man.
Hopefully the G-Sample's up here.
Somebody once told you the world was going to roll you and that you ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Well, look at this free red herb. Hope it's not a trap. Wile E. Coyote putting down red herbs to trick me into getting eat up. Right, Hunks boy? Oh, hey. Hunks boy had that good shit right here at the end of the game. All right, let's give the muff detector its final send-off. As always, with the alls. The P's and M's provided at your own discretion. Or an L, if you really like the law, I guess. As always, I ain't here to judge. I wondered if I left that gunpowder on the MRI machine. Once again, I have to point out I prefer the MIRRI machine, which counts as an MIRRI machine. Do I use the last of my good grenades on this crowd? I have to. Because we're going to have to come through here again, and they're just going to be bothering me. Otherwise. I've seen crowd like you before, and bothersome. Real bothersome. Once again, if Bob's Burgers was here, he'd be like, I love you, random group of enemies, but you're bothersome. Just bothersome. Let's get all cleaned up, baby. I hope Billy B's not Billy B today. I hope he hasn't eaten a Snickers and he's not himself. I hope he's just one legless zombie. Like the 110 soldier. Alright, we're going to check this room for good stuff, and luckily it does in fact have good stuff. I'm not going to pick up the G virus just yet. Despite the ease of such an action, well, ain't you just the last hero? The last oorah of the assholes.
I can do this.
Oh no, I can't do this, Leon. Oh! Talk about a comeback story, a Cinderella story. Son, Casey at the back. You're like, none of those apply to what just happened. Uncle Tenfei, why must you butcher these fine literary references? Okay, we're going to go in usual Billy B style, which is store everything but this. Just put you there. That could be your slot. We'll save, and then we'll be able to just mix whatever the hell we want. Or should we go in there and see what Billy is first? Because remember, we're going to have to deal with the super tyrant at the end. Oh well, we can always reload the save. This is the most satisfying part of the playthrough. This is what it was all for. If that lady from the movie Damien was here about to hang herself, she'd have to stop for a minute and explain how it has something to do with mixing items in a video game in the future. In the future! I was trying to see how much other ammos I had, but the only other ammos I have is flamethrower fuel. Alright, we can make 2 packs of Magnum bullets. And that could be a good thing. We can make us a batch of shotgun shells. It probably won't be enough to fill the shotgun, though. And that's the most disappointing part of all. Because we might find more yellow gunpowders. Yeah, I'm not going to risk it. It's like Peter with his Boba Fett action figure, son. Even if it's a sure bet, he won't risk him. Even if he is kind of an overrated character. I had a Boba Fett phase when I was young, son. I thought he looked cool and hip and neat. I thought he was a swell dude to hang out with down at the malt shop. But then I grew up and realized he was a huge fucking loser. He went from boozer to loser. Look, is that a thing? Isn't that the name of the bad guy from Ghostbusters? Okay, what are we going to take with us? Only what you take with you. I'd make a terrible Yoda as well. I'm like, your shotgun, your Magnum. Ooh, you should take them too. Ooh. You're like, yeah, you're right, Uncle Tenfei. Bad Yoda confirmed. Glad we all are on agreement. Yeah, this should be a perfectly fine inventory for dealing with the Billy B arena today. I was so caught, I was trying to recover from that terrible little Star Wars tangent. It was bad enough when I couldn't get the name of the damn added cut material. I was just about to say cut as well. Future Editor Ben would lose his mind. I recorded the Future Editor Ben segment before this, so technically he's past Editor Ben. So checkmate. Oh, God. It had to be you, didn't it, Billy? It had to be you. Pure hate in his heart, son. 100% homegrown. Made from scratch hate in that man's heart. Gotcha. Oh, are you mad, Billy? Are you mad? I'm a cutting. Farm status, Billy. Got you on farm status. Oh, no! Why do I always boost their adrenaline with my taunts? I'm gonna get hit. I didn't even have to talk shit. I saw that one coming. Once you, like, get used to the movement in this game, you start to understand when you're gonna get hit for talking as much shit as you are, son. You realize those correlations. All right, please go into your final phase right here, Billy. I'd appreciate it. I used up the knife on him. He's doing it. I'm gonna empty this flamethrower on you, buddy. You earned it by being a huge shitheel. I knew he was gonna jump on me. You're like, then why didn't you do something? I did. I got jumped on and threw a hand grenade. Try to keep up, viewer king. You look like barbecue chicken, Billy. Where's your aluminum foil at, Billy? I knew I could deep you down if I had faith in my handgun. All burned up. You love to see it? Okay. Please reward us with a bounty of loot. Like Magellan returning to Spain that time he sailed to the East Indies and nothing bad happened. So Yakko, Wacko, and Dot looking at each other, giving a nervous look. They just got over that whole incident with Prince. Oh, hey. Some honest-to-God shotgun shells. Such a rare luxury these days. And can't scoff at some tasteful 9mm. So sensibly loaded in our Matilda. Oh, there's just a hip pouch laying here. Gotcha. I gotcha. All right, let's go up here so Annette Birkin can endear herself to us, son. You could feel it, the hate emanating off of Leon's body as he walked up here. You couldn't even drop me an item. Shameful. All right, let's put together a solid running to the bottom platform. So we got the race to historians to the bottom platform, which means we probably should have this shotgun. Actually, we've got enough handgun ammo to justify full Waltz Matilda. Jolly Swagmen. Well, they would look at their second monitor, but I think they're like, the Swagman is like homeless, right? That's why he's sitting beside a billabong, waiting for his billy to boil. Isn't Matilda the name of like his rucksack or whatever on his back? Bindle, Jumbucks, and Tucker bags. You're like, yes, those are things from the song, Uncle Tippy. We're glad you're paying attention. We in the land down under salute you for paying attention ever so slightly. I'm like, well, thank you. I'm glad it all paid off. We want to save those for the actual Mr. X fight. Let's take a couple of these in case we get grabbed, a couple for cutting, and at least one heal. And go from there. Or actually, we don't even have to make the RGB heal because we could just do... Well, it doesn't matter. We've got so many fucking heals. Who cares how you do it? You're like, I do, Uncle Tippy. I do. You're like the little dude from Dragon Ball Z Abridged's version of Broly, yelling that their safe word was broccoli, but it had been forgotten to time. Hey, Ada, let's be good friends forever. She's like, no, and jumps off a cliff. That's how Leon retold this story later when he was being debriefed, son. He was like, joke's on you, I was commando the whole time. He's the only reason he was able to survive and none of the other RPD did was because he was free balling, son, and it gave him the agility. He wasn't restricted. So how y'all been enjoying The randomizer. With the mid-season break, son. Right in the middle. I should have put in a recap episode. The bane of all existence. Even SWAT Cats technically has one. There's like an episode of SWAT Cats where the news is talking about all their cool gadgets. I'm like, how does the news know about their secret SWAT Cats gadgets, huh?
Until detonation.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Make sure there's no... Look at that! Secret items you didn't think I knew about because the cutscene trigger. Bang, 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 skip my cutscene trigger. Didn't like a recent Devil May Cry show come out and everybody hated it? Once again, I'm never plugged into like current mainstream stuff, but I pick up on these little subtleties. Just the hint, just the cusp of internet outrage reaches your Uncle Tenfei. Oh, great. I could tell him I had a fantastic fucking time getting down here. Okay, you're already mad. Okay, I'm gonna run around you. Ah, god damn it. Alright, we're fine. Everything's fine. I promise. Because what's gonna happen is we're gonna keep running into a Gangle Man. Never mind. Everything went to shit so quickly. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for that flashbang to blow up. I saw that there was an item I missed. There ain't a whole lot I can do about it right this second, kids. I'm sorry. Uncle Tenfei's got a little bit on him right this second. Right this second. I blame the Gangle Man. Okay, okay. You crowd are just greedy now. You know that? Taking all my fucking self-defense items. Sour grapes as they were. Please, nobody bad down here. Just this once. Once again, as a favor to me, the Tenfei. Alright, there's way too many of you crowd to deal with. Luckily, Mr. X didn't actually fall down. Yeah, Uncle Tenfei. Yeah, Leon, you tell me. Is this a joke? I'm just gonna get grabbed? Because if I run, the liquor gets me, and if I don't run, the zombies get me. Everybody loses, except the Tenfei viewer. You're like, I ain't eat this good in a long time, Uncle Tenfei. Alright, somehow we made it. And then Mr. X appeared in the cutscene. To steal all the credit. Ooh. I can't believe we're still alive. Okay, somehow we made it all the way down here. Thanks for the ink ribbon. See if any good items have appeared. I get the suspicion that items don't spawn on this platform, but we might as well check. Since we did beat the historians here, you're like, well, that's not the bottom platform, Uncle Tenfei. That's like the middle platform. Historians don't even acknowledge that one, man. You don't know shit about nothing when it comes to historians. We'll pick you up here in a second. All right, our final loadout. What will we fight Mr. X with today? Well, I guess we'll mix some shotgun shells. So that prophecy came true. Probably won't take that one. Mix up whatever we can out of these. Now remember, we do have to fight Billy B's final form. But we should have plenty of handgun ammo for that. I can't imagine we're going to manage to use all this handgun ammo, but we'll try. Oh my god, will we try. Alright, there's our grenade. Let's go ahead and get maximum armor. Let's see, what can we mix? Are we going to bring any knives? I don't think we're going to get to the point where we have to knife Mr. X. It is satisfying to have just one, though. And then just load up on heals. Just tank the pain away. I mean, all we really have to do is survive long enough that Ada throws us the rocket launcher. So, it's not a huge deal. All things considered. All things considered. I think we're going to be alright. We'll empty the flamethrower on him first. I ruined the moment by getting hung on the console. Oh well, at least Mr. X can feel good about himself now, son. I gave him that confidence boost he needed to kick my ass. It's different than an adrenaline boost. It's more intentional. It makes me look like less of an asshole. You're like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Uncle Tempo. That's not for you to decide. The court of public opinion will decide the severity of your assholitude. Thank you, sir. All right, let's switch to Magnum. Come loudly. Oh. 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 I swerved. I had to empty it and it was too satisfying to stop. Okay. Matilda, waltz us to victory. Like you're being invited to Smash Brothers. Okay, grenade, please. Please don't hit me. He didn't. What a nice man. I was gonna say, I knew that backhand was gonna get me right then, son. All I got was the back of his hand, son. I was the moppet. I was the moppet. Ada, sweetheart. I know you see me struggling. There we go. Thank you. Okay, let's try to not get killed as we pick it up so calmly and rationally. Here, have a hand grenade, Mr. X. You earned it as always, as always. And then I'm gonna heal and pick this up, and it's gonna auto-equip, and then I'm gonna shoot you with it, and you're gonna act like a tough boy, and then I'm gonna shoot you with it again. Good times, good times. Okay, and look at that. We almost had a full magazine left. Who's inside the door? Ooh! Oh, there was a G mutant. How quaint. How quaint. Yeah, we ain't watching this. Here we are. The final showdown. A flashbang, of course. Everyone knows Billy B. His final form is elementally weak. A tough flashbangs. He didn't leave anything else for me, huh? Stingy. Stingy Mikami. Must have worked on that. Gonna make my inventory pretty for no reason right here at the end. I don't even think you can knife this boss. I think if he gets that close to you, it just triggers like the auto death. We'll bring these. And we'll bring this one shotgun shell. The spiteful shotgun shell. The final justice, we'll call it. Oh yeah. I'm feeling real good about humbling Billy B today, son.
You got a problem with death?
Son, he doesn't care for the buff wolf man from Puss in Boots.
Want more bullets? Be my guest.
He's too big of a Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy fan, son.
Come on! Want some more?
He also believes that clowns will destroy us all. Destroy us all. Destroy us all.
Christ!
We've got to lose that car!
And they all lived happily ever after. And then the credits played. And Gaz Fry did all the artistic work. Alrighty, another randomizer in the books. I'll try to get this uploaded so y'all can watch it with your eyes and pretend to care about the Tenfei channel for just a little while. But yeah, I'm not sure what we'll do for the next one. I guess I'll keep fiddling with the settings. Maybe I'll play a different randomizer. You're like, no, Uncle Tenfei, no. Why must you kill? It's the opposite of the don't give me hope speech. It's the like, don't take the last of my hope away, son. Don't take Bob Hope's ghost away from me, Uncle Tenfei.